G'day. As we continue with the story of Peter and his experience of Jesus, we come to a story in Matthew chapter 16. It's worth reading. It also appears in Mark's Gospel, where Jesus asks his disciples, "Who do other people say that I am?" And then he asks them, "And who do you say that I am?" There's a phrase getting around, what does that look like? You hear it a lot in organisational and leadership type stuff. So what would that look like? And it's one of those phrases. But I think this is an occasion where Jesus is asking that question. What does that look like? So where he asks it is important. They're wandering along, well, they're not wandering, they're on the road to Caesarea Philippi. Caesarea Philippi is a lot like 21st century Australia. This is a place where not only are there all the traditional and nationalistic pride of being a Jew and what that means, but there's also temples to Pan, the Greek god. There's temple for worshipping Caesar Augustus, so worshipping politics and the leader of that. See, there's multiculturalism, there's different religious views, there are political powers in play and different morals and stuff that are happening. And in all that, it does sound a lot like our society. Jesus speaks to his disciples, who have travelled with him and have seen him do amazing things and heard the way he speaks. They have an understanding of him. So considering all these other worldviews and morals and politics and systems, he asks them, how do you think other people, not my followers, but other people see me? That's a really interesting question. And then he says, and with that in mind, who do you say that I am? See, Jesus isn't asking for a popularity poll. He must think it's important for his disciples to consider how others see him and the way of being his disciples. So do we try to live in isolation or ignorance, just sort of turning a blind eye to the world around us and how it perceives the life we say we live? So Jesus then says, well, who do you say that I am? And Peter gets it right. Peter jumps in and he says, I've worked this out. You're the Messiah. You're the Son of the living God. You are the one. And Jesus says, yeah, that's true. And then he asks that corporate leadership kind of cliche. Yes, that's true, but what does that mean? What does that look like? And see, Jesus then goes on to explain, because Peter gets the view very wrong. Peter has, well, you're the Messiah, therefore this, and this. And Jesus says, no, it looks like this. Being God's son involves being obedient, serving God's purpose, and that doesn't mean ruling the world. It doesn't mean that others will change what they think about me just like that. It will mean challenging their view, and it will mean challenging the powerful rulers and traditions and the viewpoints and the politics of people who have a very wrong view of who Jesus is. And this is a hard and radical road. Jesus says this road actually leads to crucifixion and death before it reaches new life. And that's the road he calls us to. Even as he points to this glorious and amazing now and forever life as one of his followers, he says it's also a really hard road. It's a road that challenges and asks the question, well, who do other people say that I am? Who do you say that I am? That's the road. And we explore it together in all its challenges and all its joys. You'll be welcome to join us at Bells. The website is bells.org.au. We have dinner together on a Sunday night. We hang out in the community garden. We play pool in the pub. And we try to follow Jesus. 5 o'clock Sunday evenings at Unity College if you're in Caloundra on Australia's Sunshine Coast.